What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Conclave. I'm a bit late to the party on this one, but it is an indie film and I like to raise awareness about these types of movies that don't get as much attention by the mainstream media, especially when they're good, which this one definitely is. It's directed by Edward Berger, who did the most recent adaptation of All Quiet on the Western Front, which was a terrific film from a cinematography and direction standpoint, and once again he knocks it out of the park here. After the Pope dies, the Catholic College of Cardinals, that's some alliteration right there, gathers in seclusion to elect the successor. Honestly, I learned quite a bit about the hierarchy of power within the Catholic Church through watching this film because I just didn't have much knowledge about it beforehand. I had no idea that the cardinals themselves elect one of their own to take the place of the previous pope. Cardinal Thomas Lawrence, played by Ralph Fiennes, is the one appointed to ultimately oversee this event. And as the election plays out, we learn a lot of secrets and manipulations, deceptions that were occurring behind the scenes as all of these cardinals get together, some of whom are very power hungry and have radical ideas about how they want to change the church if they were to be elected, and so they're trying to push their agendas. Others don't want the role at all and are still getting votes. And it does play out in a 12 Angry Men type of way in which they gather every day, they cast their ballots, the votes are counted up, and if there isn't a majority vote for one individual, they have to hold the vote again on the following day. And this movie does have a slow pace, a pace that I think is a bit too slow at times, and that's one of my issues with it. It's like 2 hours, easily could have been 20 minutes shorter. But even with that being a problem, the dialogue is always interesting, it's always engaging, and it helps a lot when you have a fine ensemble of actors like John Lithgow, Stanley Tucci, a couple of others that their names are escaping me at the moment. But the performances are great, and the Vatican has never had such an oppressive yet beautiful atmosphere to it. The reds in particular are so memorable from this film. I think from now on I will always be there on day one to watch an Edward Berger film just to see what it looks like, because this has some just gorgeous images in it. I do think the ways in which some of these cardinals reveal their true selves, or they get exposed to everyone else and wind up losing votes, they felt a little contrived at times. And there is something thrown in at the very end, like the last 10 minutes, that feels like they wanted to add another twist in. And not only is it something that you couldn't have really guessed beforehand because it's just so out of the blue, but it also doesn't really affect the rest of the story much at all. So I think they could have just cut it out completely. With that said, I really loved Ralph Fiennes as this character. This is one of his best performances, and I think he's excellent in just about everything. But here, as a man who's conflicted with his faith not only in God, because he doesn't really want the power position that he has here. In fact, he was about to resign his position right before the Pope died. Mild spoiler, I guess, but not really. It's revealed pretty early on. But he also finds himself questioning the eligibility of some of these cardinals in terms of becoming the Pope. Perhaps they are being chosen based on the wrong standards. And the movie plays a lot with the idea that perhaps someone who doesn't want power is the one who's best fit for it because they're less likely to use it irresponsibly. So overall, I enjoyed Conclave. It's not the best movie of the year or anything, but it's a solid thriller and it's worth seeing on the big screen if you ask me. So I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. As always, I encourage you guys to go out and see the film and then come back here and let me know in the comments what you thought of it. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.